What is the other one? This is this one. Focus a little bit more. Uh, this one, puppet. So again, before I forget, Queen. If your opponent adds from the deck, add a monster. If your opponent add a monster card from the deck to the hand, from the deck to hand, except by draw, you can special summon the card. So anytime they're doing the effects, you can special summon the card. When your opponent add a monster from the deck to the hand, you can. So by drawing, you can special summon this card. After this card, special summon you can target one more flyer. And if it's king, they both gain 1,000 attack. Also, the rest of your four gains 1,000 attack. So the play to do this is send summon pawn, summon rook, send pawn use pawn's effect, pawn add whichever one you want to your hand or whatever one you don't have in your hand, and then use pawn to summon one or both of them. So they can just by adding words to hand, they just come out. Also, if you read carefully, you can see it's not once per turn. When your opponent add a monster from the deck to the hand, self I draw, you can special summon this card from the hand. And if you do, destroy it in the next turn. You should be using it for place on the summon. When your opponent, they both are wind effects, so you can't use both of them. Because I think wind effects have the last one have to be the effect. Okay, you can only use queen once per turn. King can use multiple times. Oh, you get negated my effect. Okay, you add another card. I'm using the effect again, and that's something. So the setup is trying to get Rook and stuff out. And because if he attack, he can add a promotion. You can use another promotion to summon either one or any of the other words, Earth Wars. So this deck is more likely going to be trimmed down to be more Earth Wars. But yeah, you can see I was testing out stuff even with Blade Edge. He's like Earth Warrior, so he can be summoned off this. So as the traps can be activated. But yeah, uh, I've run a lot of tests, but sometimes things doesn't work out, and I am in situations where I was planning on running more tests today for more time, and I didn't. Also, was trying to do some which column that what was it? Onomatopoeias. Can't haven't really figured out how to make that work. Battling boxers. The only problem I have is some of these cards lock you into fire warriors or battling boxers or so on. So can I spend some monsters? So you cannot spend some monsters turn your activated effect. So you just lock in battling boxers. Uh, Even trying with some ritual cards to see how they work. Anyway, a lot of people. Okay, again, I'm gonna go here. There is a. What should I go with? I know I'm gonna go with this. There's a combo with. There's a combo. Um, Amazon has a combo. You can summon Queen and Empress in the same turn, and then next turn you could summon another. Sorry, not Queen. Augusta, which means the Great or the Magnificent, and Empress in the same turn. I'm gonna try to run it now to see if I can make it work. So I'm trying to do the full combo here, but free summon. The reason I play her is just because she's a free summon. That's it. Another free, another special summon. Now I have Poly in hand. I don't need another Poly. So that's for later. Here, I have everything I need for the combo. So I go for willpower. For also for later. I just put willpower here. Foolish Barrier goes. Send that to the graveyard. Activate the effect. No. Okay. I'm gonna do it now. Heal. Use a 1 from the extra deck. And 1 from the field. Because this program's still not, I can complete it correctly. With polymerization and this card is supposed to be only 1, but it lets you do 2. So I want to keep Princess on the field. Sure, you should. Anyway. Okay, also, I can also just use Queen for the same effect. I'm just gonna go straight into the combo. Okay, can I can summon. Trying to think if I go on an ISO blade, I can get. I should go on an ISO blade right now. I need another level 5. I could go on another. I can do it too. I want to keep Princess on. Also, something I never test out. I can do it too. I can do it third. Okay, if I do a two, that's just scout. I do one that's what's it called? It's Feast of the Wild. Three is Princess. Do I want to scout out here now? Technically, yes. I'm gonna do scout. Scout just for protection. Okay. Then you. Then wait. Okay, I can do that. Yeah. Then I use you. Return you. Free summon. Put you back down. Holly. Summon you. Using you and you. Use your effect. You scout right back out. I could summon Princess though. Oh, wait for scout. Then the next turn. No, I want to use. I should have kept this in my hand. This. Say the opponent try to target Augusta, like I fusion summon. I go into second Augusta. Summon her here. Use both of their effects. And then they try to say they try to have another interruption here. Then do the summon you back out. Doesn't matter. Then I special summon. It's from the deck. Yes, that's from the deck. from the graveyard. Yeah. Don't think anybody missed time. No. Add to hand. Then place on the field. I mean, I can place you on the field. Doesn't matter. You get destroyed. Does this work when it's destroyed? So yeah, that's the combo. Anytime your opponent try to target a Gusto or something, just summon another one. And it's negate the target effect, which it will negate the effect. Then you flip out willpower. You can add willpower using hand, using princess, or you can um, set it using war chief. But either way it go, the whole point is to get it. The whole point with this is to get. Look, I'm gonna have a fulfill. I mean, that's gonna make sense. Okay, here's another test. Will this destroy her? No, I can't because I have a full field. I gotta get rid of something. It's gonna ask me to remove a moss, so that's why I'm doing this. No, I should remove princess. I can finish myself. Okay, let's not do that. I want to test this out. If I remove willpower, will Empress get destroyed? Because she was summoned by willpower. She does. Okay, that's good to know. I can pendulum or something. Why not? I'm just gonna fuse it out, but the other cards I'm gonna add, oh wait. Oh, I use her, so I can't summon anybody else. That's too bad. I can destroy a card. Is it? Wait, let me double check because I rarely use him. Okay. Target one Amazonian card you control one more. What you, okay. You have to be an Amazonian car. I don't want, them in a graveyard. Does this work from here? No. If I use this, does it prompt? On the field destroyed. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how do I do this and get both the summon. I should have summoned you. I should have summoned you. So I can do this. Destroy willpower. Willpower. One of these two get their effect to summon. Willpower. I can banish you and fuse or summon another one. Doesn't matter. Just that pendulum summon. I could have brought out um imprints back out. Whichever one I fusion something properly. And yeah, a princess, scout, whatever I want. He won't be able to attack, but just destroy this guy and get both of them. Oh, yeah, that's how Amazon should work. I'm not saying it's gonna work that way all the time because I can do it this way too. It does it's 1% not gonna work that way all the time, but it can help. It 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 has possibility. It has the possibility to work. So like you can get negated, you can get stopped. You notice I didn't have call in here in my hand. That's why I have call down to two. I had basically this work as a it's a weaker call, but it's an unsearchable call. But it does what you need call to do. It sends secret arts to the graveyard. So the reason I still have three cards, but like I said, in the Amazon deck, there's a few cards you should have. For three, War Chief, Princess, Secret Art, Polymerization, and Call. War Chief, Princess, Secret Art, Polymerization, and Call. That's the reason why you want these cards at three is because you want at least one of them in your hand at any time. Those are the cards you want in your hand at the most. So them at three is fine. If you open up with all three, you have full combo. You have two different combos. But if you open with these three, these four cards, one, two, three, four, you still have combo. If you open up with one, two, three, four, five, and then you draw it, this one on next turn, you have, I will say, there's the full combo, which is basically any of the two cards that can get you to poly and call, which is again War Chief and Princess. Because once you get the call, you can send this. But if you open out with both Call, Polly, Princess, and War Chief, that's two separate combos. If you open out with Call, Polly, Princess, War Chief, and War Chief, Princess, Call, Polly, Secret Art, and Foolish Bear, that's three, four, maybe four combos by itself. There's four different combos, and two to three of them you can do on your turn. So you can get a lot of you can get the field fully out and fully protected. Notice how I literally with that setup I literally ran through all of my Amazonian cards except Queen. That's because you shouldn't be trying to go for the use Queen. Queen is just in here. First of all, I can drop her and still have little to no effect different at all. But Queen is also the reason she has little to no effect is because first of all, Empress does what Queen does. Protect from battle, but also Empress give piercing and everything. Queen is just it's just a weaker Empress. Secondly, Princess take the name of Queen while on the field. Again, Princess is filling what Queen you need Queen for, but that's only on the field and stuff. The only reason you run Queen is because you need if you ran through all of your plays and you ended up with an Amazonian card, a card that need if you want to summon Empress, but you can't get Princess back out on the field. Which, mind you see that I can get Princess back out on the field different ways. I didn't use right hand. You can also summon Princess with right hand, get Princess effect, and add Princess, add a card, whatever, to your hand for next turn. Or if it's your turn and you draw a Princess, you can use the right hand special effect to, you know, just special summon her and get her effect to go off. Because here's the fun thing. All of these cards can level 3 or lower, except him. He's a card that doesn't. He's a card that works on normal stuff. All of the cards level 4, well, level 3 or lower. All the level 3 or lower cards get the effect if they're normal or special summon. But each of them have a different effect um, that benefits you or can be a detriment to you. Queen, Princess other effect is her name become Queen while she's on the field. That's the benefit. But Spiritualist effect that lock you into only Amazonian card is only if she use her special summon effect. If she is special summoned by other means, it doesn't lock you into Amazonian. That's why I run one. I don't want to use her effect to special summon because you saw what happened. I forgot about that part of it, and I was locked into only summon Amazonians for the rest of the turn. And if I remember that and didn't use her effect that way, I could have fused summon for Conqueror Star, got another level 5 to my hand, which probably been Joker or you know Union Star or whatever. I could even got the Pendulum card. But I didn't lock myself into just Amazonian cards that time. And I would have had a better outcome that way. I have more monsters with higher attack. I can attack over things. I can then go into my rest of my plays and say I don't kill my opponent. I'll have plays on my opponent turn where, again, more protection. But yeah, one thing I want to test out is I have to test this out again. If I use it on her and send it to the graveyard, but I have Empress on the field. Does it still destroy? Because if it's still destroyed, then this car is. I mean, all three of these cars will protect. You have two Augusta and an Empress out there protect this car. But the problem is getting to that car. If it worked differently, where if I saw me another Augusta, then remove it, and it because it Empress on the field, it doesn't destroy Augusta. That could be a good combo. But again, I have to get to that. I have to get to that point. Test that. But yeah, that was the Amazonian combo. If you want to uh, do anything, you you have to get used to those combos. You don't want to be in a situation where you have uh, you don't have at least Augusta and Empress on the field by the end of your turn. Yes, they can interrupt you, but as you saw, I had multiple different combos to get to the same results. I literally summoned so many cards from my deck that if they destroy a princess, I could just instead of summon Scout, I could summon a queen. I could have got Scout to my hand by other means. But I went that route and I at the end I had Scout in the graveyard and then I could summon Scout back out. Get Scout effect to summon to protect my cards on the field. Then the next turn I could have did the same thing. If they didn't go up to Gusta or Empress, I could have did the same thing on my next turn. I could have did the same thing on my turn, where I send use Secret Art to summon Scout at the end of the turn. Then on my turn, use Secret Art in the graveyard, use Scout in the field to protect or whatever, and get my players going. Because now all of my monsters on the field, all my cards and stuff on the field protected through Scout and or Augusta and or Empress. So like uh, so funny, so funny how the queen is the brick of the deck. The queen and Jack's Knight. So two bricks in a deck. So the only thing I need to figure out how I really need to get one. If I could find a way to allow to get one more warrior or Amazon card or whatever to my hand during my turn, Amazon warrior to my hand, that could benefit greatly. Just having one more warrior. Anyway, that's it. I just want to run the test, and I want to do more, but again, because of the rain, I couldn't. It was just pouring down for all day. It was so bad I literally thought there was a tornado outside because the wind was just whipping up, and I'm like, okay, I'm not getting on my computer because the last time I got on my computer doing a heavy rain like that, a lightning hit the pole like uh, blocks away from my house, but it fried my whole system. I thought I had enough surge protection. Didn't have enough. Now I have three surge protection going to before I get to my phone, just to keep that from happening again. Right, mind you, it would the connection is weaker the more lines and stuff you have, but I honestly think 2 to 3 surge protectors is better than paying how much did I pay? $200, $300 on buy a new motherboard, which is broke now. Which is why I can't run anything higher than four. Was it 480 and stuff? I need a new computer. that's not gonna happen until I get my situation fixed. Uh, I wish they would have to apply for a pill for my disability, and I hate it. So it was like, oh, well, you can work if you do, change up your works, change up and do other stuff. I'm like, who would hire somebody for a job that randomly would need a whole week off of work because they passed out? Like, I just passed out. I just, I just have blackout. I have seizures and stuff, and I just passed out. I cannot control it, and one of the triggers is stress. And I'm trying so hard not to be stressed, but bills always coming. And I just got over an episode earlier the week. Like, it wasn't as bad as they normally are, but I felt so off from last week to going to this week. It was just so weird. Like, I was wanting to stream last week, and then it happened, and I just felt off. And luckily, I didn't, have the worst symptoms, but I really couldn't leave the bed for too long. Like, I was just out of it. Anyway, later.